are you?
Good.
How is your day going so far?
Good.
Good?
Yep.
Well, what is it that I can help you with today?
So I really kind of have a problem with stress. I mean, not too bad. It's getting better, but I feel like it's something that I could really work on.
Okay, so stress.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is stress to you?
So stress is just kind of this overwhelming feeling like I have too much to do, not enough time. I want to do the best that I can do, but I feel like sometimes I don't have enough time to do that. And oftentimes, whenever I have like a bad week, I see that the stress kind of plays out in my relationships. Like maybe I get a little bit upset with my husband, or he'll do something and I get kind of mad, and so I think it manifests into something greater than just, I'm stressed.
Yeah, so the stress leads to bigger problems
Yeah.
with your life.
Right. And I think most of the time it's the stress coming out and not that I'm actually upset that someone's playing music or something. It's just I'm stressed. And I don't really care about the music, really.
Okay, so maybe it's the little things that are getting to you. Okay. Okay, so is there one particular thing that you want to work on, or is it just the whole stress?
Just probably the whole stress, just trying to figure out how I can calm down a little bit and not be so stressed.
Okay. So what maybe do you think you can do to maybe decrease that stress or take it out altogether?
Yeah. It seems like what really helps for me is to want to do exercise or to just get outside and talk, go for a long walk, and that's something that I try to do regularly. And then the other thing is just kind of stepping back and like realizing like I'm in control of the stress. Like I know that stress doesn't exist if I don't let it exist. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I kind of try to do, but I'm not always that good at it. And I also know that it helps when I just look at the day ahead of me and not like a week. Like I don't want to know what's due in a week with school. I want to know what's due tomorrow. And then I feel less stressed when I do that.
So taking it day by day,
right,
instead of the future, like
right,
looking at it as
right,
a whole future instead
right,
of...
Exactly.
Okay.
Like for example, I feel extremely stressed and drained out, like the first semester of the class, when we go over every single thing that's due, and I get so overwhelmed and kind of stressed. And then once week 2 hits, I'm like, okay, you have 15 weeks to do that. Who cares about what's due in 15 weeks? Let's worry about tomorrow. Let's worry about next week. So that kind of helps when I need something that can bring me back into perspective, so I can say, hey, you'll be fine. Worry about what you need to do in the next 1 day or 2 days.
Okay. So maybe, like, what do you think you can do to make it that you only think about the next day instead of the week?
Yeah. Maybe in my planner, like just not really planning that far ahead, like only look at the first, because my planner splits in half, so it's like I can flip it open, so I either have the first week or the last week. So maybe when I'm in the first week, I can just look at the first few days and not really look at the next 3 days. But the only problem is if I have a project due or something where I might need a little time, and so I would want to know if that's coming up so I could get started, so then I'm not like 2 days before going, oh crap, I need to do this assignment, because then I'm going to have lots of stress.
Okay, so how would you do that?
So maybe what I need to work on is like looking at the whole week, but being able to focus and realizing that that's far away, and if I get started now, it would reduce my stress.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan. So maybe how would you write it down for the stuff that you need to do tomorrow, or do you just have it in your head, or do you need to like check off things?
Yeah, so actually a lot of times what helps is making a list and checking them off. and also kind of putting like when the due date is, so it's like, and kind of organizing it, so it's like, all right, what do I need to do first and what's due first? And it does feel really good to check things off, because I notice like if I wake up on like a Saturday and I do 2 things, but I have a list of 5 things, just scratching off 2 things, even if they were the little things, helps with the stress.
Scratching off helps.
Yeah. So that actually does work.
Okay, so maybe getting a notebook specifically for this goal, and, and doing it. And how confident are you that you will be able to do that?
I think I'm pretty confident. I mean, probably like at a 7 or 8, just because I have done that and it works in the past. And maybe if I focus more energy on doing that, I wouldn't have so much stress.
Okay, so you have done it and it has worked.
Yeah. And maybe I should just try to do it more.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I feel really stressed, like I'm planning convocation and there's a lot of like little things I need to do. So if I start thinking about that and start making even more lists and start delegating things, I wouldn't be as stressed out. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I can do that.
Maybe 3 times a week, 4 times a week. What do you think would be a good actual like realized level for that?
I think maybe 2 times a week. Like I usually try to get a lot done on Fridays, so maybe on like a Thursday I'd make my list for the weekend, and then again on Sunday make another list for little things that need to get done during the week.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So Thursday, morning, night, whatever, you write this stuff down.
Yeah.
And then Sunday you'll do the same, and then we'll see what your stress level is after that in our next session.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, I think that's good.
Okay.
So I look forward to making my list on Thursday and then again on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I'll see you later.
We're done.
Hey, good job.
How are you feeling?
How are you?
Here, how do we pause this really quick?
No, I'm just, well, it's like, I think it just came down, but, yeah.
Hold on. We're all going to